My name is Sohail Farouk, and I'm a lawyer licensed to practice in the province of Ontario in Canada. And today I will be discussing how our legal system is run by the Matrix and how they use their laws, their lawyers, their judges, and various individuals that work for them to entrap people, to harass them, and to accuse them of crimes that these people didn't commit, and basically frame them and ruin their lives. How do I know this? I know this because I was one of the people who was targeted by this cult. Why am I calling it a cult? Because that's exactly what it is. Matrix is a Zionist cult that is run by demons, controlled by demons, and also kind of run by them, but they also have human agents, and the human agents that they have call themselves the Jews, but they're not really Jews, because the Bible talks about these people. I'm going to read you a verse from the Bible, from Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say that they are Jews and are not, but they are synagogue of Satan. That's exactly what they are. They're synagogue of Satan. They pretend to be Jews. They tell everybody they're Jews, but they're not the Jews who worship the God of Abraham and Moses, or Jesus, a prophet, peace be upon all of them. These people just pretend to be Jews so they can hide under that cover, and if anybody criticizes them or calls them out for their bullshit, they basically say that, oh, it's anti-Semitic, blah blah blah, and then try to cancel, you know, the whole cancel culture. Anyways, other than that, they use their tongues to deceive people, and the fear of God is not before their eyes. They have taken the hearts and minds of our leaders. They have recruited rich and the powerful, and pretty much blinded everybody from the truth through deception, through their deceiving tongues, and through lying, through media, through all the various channels that they use, because they control all of them. They control all the news, they control your cable TV, they control your Facebook, Google, because it's all owned by them. Google's owned by them, Facebook's owned by them, all the big media companies, Twitter, etc., all owned by them. And they're very good at manipulating people through these entities and changing their opinion, forming people's opinions and so on, and basically just deceiving the public and driving everybody away from God and into a sinful life, into homosexuality, into transgenderism, all these negative things that have been coming out openly recently. And that's pretty much what they do. And how do I know this? I know this because I started law school in 2016. I started law school, and that's when I was fully targeted by this cult that was controlling the law school. They sit in law school as professors, and many of them are Jews, some are not Jews, but they have people from every race that work for them. They got Indian people working for them, they got white people working for them, Chinese people working for them. They recruit people from everywhere, because what they promise these people is success, right? Success, money, God knows what else, right? And pretty much these individuals sell their souls, and in exchange, they're put into positions of power, like crown prosecutors, attorney generals, even presidents. Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. What do all these people have in common? What they have in common is the fact that they're all lawyers. They all went to law school, and they got the same degree as I did, and that's where they got recruited, and then they were put into these positions of power from where they control the world and make decisions for everybody. Why didn't they recruit me? That's because I'm a believer. I'm a Muslim. They don't want nothing to do with believers. They don't want nothing to do with Christians or Muslims or even Orthodox Jews who actually worship one true God. And basically they target you if you're a believer, whether you're Christian or you're Orthodox Jew or you're Muslim. They target all of you. So my story begins long before I started law school. However, this is because God chose me to be his spy. I'm a spy from heaven. God sent me to go work in various institutions and go get education in various institutions so I can learn the darkness of these institutions, how these institutions are controlled by the Matrix, and how the Matrix uses these institutions to frame people. They use it for other illegal purposes such as money laundering. They work with the mafia. So your governments in Canada, US, and Europe, all over, it's pretty much a mafia. It's a Zionist mafia. And they work with other mafias. They work with Italian mafia, they work with the cartel, they work with everybody. And they work with the Mexican cartels and so on. And that's how they push drugs. And then they basically, when they say war on drugs, you know, blah, 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 they basically lock up their competitors, but they're still selling drugs and making money. And how they clean that money is through organizations, big businesses, big corporations. They use them to clean money. And I'll be discussing some of these organizations because I work for these organizations. And that's how I learned everything. So basically all my life, God made me go work at all these big corporations and investment firms, and then he made me go work at go get an education from a law school, go to business school, and basically learn all their tools and tactics so I can come and expose it to the rest of the world, and believers can learn from it, and other people who don't believe can get closer to God and can protect themselves from this tribulation and this thing that's going on that's harming everybody and leading people into hell. It's basically taking people's soul and driving them straight to hell, right? So that's what they do. They deceive people. They make them commit immorality, and then make them get involved in morality, become immoral, and then basically lead them to hell. First, before they were targeting adults, now they're starting targeting children. As many of you are aware about drag shows and schools and so on, and now they're going after your children, and